Back in May 2024, Pixar had decided to fire around 15% of its workforce that had worked exhausting crunch hours to make the movie Inside Out 2, the only movie to help Disney cross the $1 billion mark since 2019's Frozen 2, 5 years before in the pre-COVID era. Not only did they fire them, they kicked them out just before they could qualify for a bonus based on the movie's success, which turned out to be massive. One ex-employee even told a news outlet that the bonuses partially make working at Pixar worth it. Partially. As someone who's trying to become an animator, the first question that popped into my head was, is this an industry I really want to work for? For the longest time, working in animation meant working in the industry. Most students aim to work at the biggest studios like Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks, or Warner Brothers. And that was pretty much the only destination an animator could head towards. Either that or travel east to either South Korea or Japan to work with their biggest studios. However, with the recent Hollywood collapse happening in real time due to past strikes, terrible working conditions, overinflated budgets, and a near-absent theater audience, should I or any other aspiring filmmaker, animator, or storyteller really want to work there? What's even more interesting is this rise in independent content. Some people might remember the old days of Newgrounds back in the 2000s, but things really took off with YouTube in 2005. The rise has been slow and steady, but I really think we're about to enter a turning point if we haven't entered it already. That being said, in comes a new challenger: AI-generated content. Now, most artists believe that AI brings fire and destruction on human-made art. A true Armageddon. But is it really the threat they think it is? There's been this interesting phenomenon happening recently where tech companies would really push and sell their AI utilities hard, but only to fall on deaf ears or get straight up pushback. Even AI-generated content like Coca-Cola's recent Christmas ad has been torn to shreds. As it turns out, technical talent alone is far from sufficient for a project to be appealing. Legendary freestyle rapper Harry Mack describes it pretty well in his podcast.
The AI version of me would be, in many ways, from a technical standpoint, way better than me, because it would know the definition of every word. It would never have to ask for clarification. It would never forget any word. You could list off 1,000 words and it wouldn't forget, and it could do them in order, or in reverse order, or A, C, B, D. You know, it could do any pattern you wanted. Infinite memory, and I look at it like chess. The computer first beat the human at chess like in the 80s, right? It's like now they got chess computers that play like 1 billion games a day or something like that. And the computers are way better than the top human players. Like, it's not even close. But nobody is like showing up to watch tournaments where they just sit 2 supercomputers across from each other and watch them play. It's just not that interesting.
I think he's 100% right. Just because an art piece is technically perfect, it doesn't make it appealing. You know, that feeling of, wait, you did that? Or someone made that? When watching a movie like Spider-Verse or Arcane is really what we live for as fans. Machine-made perfection is boring despite of its perfection, and I don't see many people lining up for that, which is why I don't consider AI-generated content a threat, really. One argument I hear all the time online is that AI is going to replace artist workers, that AI is the reason they're getting fired, but really, if you think about it, AI isn't the one firing artists. Greedy studio executives are. AI is neutral. It's a tool. It's good at pretending to be sentient, but it isn't. It's humans firing humans, and always has been, and most likely always will be. Besides, like I said before, I really think we're entering a new era of indie self-published content. It's especially apparent in the gaming industry. Indie games there have exploded in popularity. One article even suggests that in 2025 it contributed to 25% of sales on Steam and generating over $4.5 billion in revenue. Now that's really impressive. If single developers or small studios can create these successful and amazing indie games, what's to stop animated independent content to find similar achievements? All you need is a good platform to publish on, and while YouTube isn't perfect, it's a start. Millions of people over the world are making a living creating content for it. Really, I just think we live in one of the best times to become an artist, especially an animator. I truly mean that. Never has technology been so affordable and accessible. Performing computers are so easy to come by. Open source software like Blender empower artists with defined tools, and hundreds of thousands if not millions of people online are begging you to watch their tutorials. School isn't even needed anymore. You can be self-taught so easily nowadays with just a little discipline. As long as you ignore the noise and focus on the signal, I truly believe AI is no threat to a human artist.